Good morning, good morning, good morning.
Good morning.
So first I want to just thank everybody who pressed the pledge button to get the book Pop, the pre-order campaign. I want to thank everybody who's supporting that. And for those who haven't hit the pledge button yet, hit the pledge button, click the link, hit the pledge button. We are on a mission to help make the world a better place through Pop, my new book. The new book, Pop, Breaking Entrepreneurial Barriers and Growing Without Limits. So what I want to do today is I'm just going to share little excerpts from the book. So we're going to do a little reading. So we're going to have some fun. And I'm just going to do the introduction today. And every day we'll touch on a chapter or a phrase or some piece of the book to share with those who haven't placed their order yet. So again, pledge button. All right, I'm gonna jump into the reading. Pop, introduction. The world looks like a winter wonderland. The arcing trees lining my driveway are bowed under the weight of a million shimmering crystals. A crisp blanket of snow covers my driveway. I felt like a ring bearer in an outdoor wedding as I walked the long path to the mailbox, my boots crunching atop the untouched snow. I've been waiting for an important piece of mail, and here it is. My official ASCAP Music Publishing membership notice. Proof that the music soundtrack that accompanies the book, Pop, The Power of Partnerships, is real. And I am now recognized as an official producer, songwriter, and recording artist. Being an official ASCAP member and launching the soundtrack for Pop was near the final step in a long journey that I didn't take alone. I partnered with many people who believed in my vision and brought their strength to the table each step of the way. This book is about the magic of partnerships and how you too can use them to turn your dreams into reality. Today I own ThinkBox, a strategic partnership firm where I work with entrepreneurs as a strategic partner in business development, helping them launch or scale their businesses. I own Poplight, a media company that produces motivational content, a local construction company. We are an eXp Realty business, licensed real estate operations with offices across 2 states, Pennsylvania and in New Jersey. We also co-own Paulie's Bar and Grill, an up-and-coming beloved foodie spot in Paulsboro, New Jersey. I'm the founder of Vested Inc., which is a 501c3 nonprofit dedicated to providing education, tools, and resources for economic empowerment through entrepreneurship for underserved communities. Through Vested, I've authored ebooks, developed educational courses, and mentored individuals in areas of home ownership, real estate investing, and business startups. As a real estate investor, I'm a community partner transforming neglected properties into affordable housing. We've also invested in a large-scale commercial project, Aspen Ridge in Vancouver, Washington, which is a 240-unit, $57 million apartment community that my wife and I are proud co-partners and owners in. We also host a YouTube podcast called In the Know, where I share lessons from my entrepreneurial journey and answer questions from my audience on business. At home, I share my life with my amazing wife and business partner. Together, we've built a life of love, respect, and travel. We've been able to travel the world and pour our hearts into the work that we love. But, as many of you already know, life wasn't always this way. Yes, years ago I was homeless, hungry, emotionally, spiritually, and physically broken. I was evicted from my apartment. lost my first home to foreclosure. I had 2 separate cars repossessed at 2 different points in my life. I spent one night on the floor of an abandoned house, shivering, only to wake the next morning to find a dead pigeon beneath my pillow. I was too proud to ask for help and too ashamed to go back home to my parents. One of my darkest moments came when I couldn't afford to take my sons, True and Justice, on our regular trip to Dunkin' Donuts. Every week I'd scrape just enough money together to buy myself a coffee, a sandwich for Justice, and True his favorite pink frosted strawberry donut. But one morning I only had enough money to cover bus fare, and I had to sneak both boys onto the back of the bus through the back door. Their bewildered and concerned faces broke me. As tears welled in my eyes, I vowed that it would be the last time that I couldn't afford something as simple as a donut. And it was. As I sit here today, surrounded by my blessings I once thought were impossible, I'm reminded of every tearful moment and hopeless scream into the night. Those struggles shaped me. They were the fire that forged my resilience and the foundation of everything I've built today. Looking back, I realized how much my pain was compounded by the way I handled it. I tried to face every challenge alone, convinced that asking for help would make me look weak. I buried my emotions, bottled up my struggles, and refused to let others in, even when I felt completely alone. Instead of seeking support, I relied on my pride to push through. But all it did was deepen my isolation and despair. Everything changed when a mentor challenged me to study how successful entrepreneurs operated. I started noticing a pattern. Their ability to build partnerships and align with others was the cornerstone of their success. I began reading, watching interviews, and absorbing lessons on how collaborations create opportunities. Slowly, I shifted my mindset. I stopped trying to do everything on my own, and I started looking for ways to work with others. Partnerships became the key to my transformation. When I collaborated with others, combined our strength, and focused our mental value, I saw exponential results. I learned that success isn't about going in alone. It's about building relationships that multiply impact. From that moment, I committed to creating win-win partnerships and using collaboration as the foundation for everything I did. Thanks to partnerships, over the years I've built a track record of success across multiple industries. I've owned a nightclub, a record label, a concert promotion company, a custom footwear retail store, one in Philadelphia, a second location in Miami. My wife and I own the Liberty Tax franchise, a mobile coffee business, a coffee shop in South Philly. And I've gone on to work with some of the world's most recognizable brands. I did work in partnership with Timberland, the boot company, managed creative and philanthropic initiatives and collaborations with celebrities like Don Cheadle and Robert Redford. This book shares the hard-fought wisdoms I gained on establishing and maintaining partnerships as I climb the mountain of success. It contains essential principles that can show you how to unlock the transformative power of collaboration, and it gives you the tools you need to actually take action, the action needed to integrate partnerships into every aspect of your business. POP, the power of partnerships, will help you discover how partnerships can fill gaps in knowledge and skills, spark innovation, and open doors that otherwise will remain closed. It all starts with viewing your customer as your first and most important partner. By understanding their needs and delivering value, you can build a foundation of trust and loyalty. From there, you'll learn my secret sauce for identifying the areas of your business that will benefit from collaboration, and how to create goals and systems that place your business on the path to success. Partnerships don't stop at leadership. They're essential for optimizing every area of a business, from streamlining operations to expanding your reach and strengthening your finances. Partnerships create opportunities to grow faster and more effectively than ever before. By the time you finish this book, your mindset, your business, and your future will never be the same. POP, the power of partnerships, is your blueprint for breaking barriers, solving problems, and unlocking growth without limits. Through these strategies and lessons in the book, you'll discover how to leverage partnerships to amplify your strength, fill critical gaps, and transform challenges into opportunities. Whether you're just starting out or looking to scale your business, this book will show you how collaboration can help you not only maintain your momentum, but achieve goals and level of success that you never thought possible. This isn't just a book. It's a game plan for building a business that grows beyond limits. You'll learn how to identify the right partners, create systems that foster sustainable growth, and use partnerships to streamline operations, expand your reach, and strengthen your bottom line. From breaking through obstacles to solving the toughest challenges in your business, the principles in this book will empower you to operate with purpose, creativity, and confidence. Get ready to think bigger, act bolder, and build a business and a life that knows no boundaries. Let's get started. Your breakthrough begins now. So that was just an excerpt from the introduction of the book POP, and it's just a sneak peek into the entire book. Tomorrow we're going to get into chapter 1, but let's break down a little bit of the intro. Did you have any questions, T?
Yeah, in the beginning, you walked us through a visual of heading to the mailbox and getting a piece of mail, and you mentioned ASCAP. What is ASCAP?
Okay, so ASCAP is it's a music publishing organization that makes sure artists receive their royalties from when their music is played.
Got it.
Yeah.
Which explains, I guess, why it was a pivotal moment.
Say again?
I said, which explains why it was a pivotal moment. It sounds very pivotal in that moment because, again, new author, and then this creative piece of the soundtrack.
The music, yeah.
The music. And sounds like the music is going to be as dope as the book.
Yeah, you know, the funny thing is, you know, I have a background in the music business, but I was always behind the scenes, whether I'm promoting a concert, artist management. We had a boutique record label, so doing artist development, production. But I've always was behind the scenes and let the artists just kind of do them, even though I had, you know, a little creative streak in me. So this was kind of crazy being the actual front person or face after all these years. And it was really just an experiment to see if we could pull it off.
Right.
And we ended up making some really great music out of it.
Great. So my second question, and maybe my last question in this space, is soundtrack to a book.
Yeah.
Where'd that come from? I mean, I understand the music background, so not too far away, but the fact that you merged these two things together, or even it popped up for you as a thought, is that easy for you, or like where'd that come from?
Wow. So the short answer is it comes from God. I think I just got woke up one morning, couldn't sleep. So about 4 or 5 in the morning, I'm downstairs in the office, and you know, I'm having anxiety about the book, making sure that, you know, it doesn't sit on the shelf and that as many people as possible get exposed to the books. And so I was trying to think of a creative way, you know, just to think outside the box as a how can I promote this online? How can I make this a little bit more interesting, but organically something that is needed. And at the time I was managing my son, so I was in and out of the studio anyway. And it's so crazy because it actually started in college. So, you know, back then, you know, I was a little rapper. Like everybody was a rapper. You
had bars?
Yeah, everybody was a rapper in the late 80s. So, college buddy, DJ Casper. Shout out DJ Casper, Yonkers, New York. He used to make these, he would play break beats, but he would put clips of like speeches over top of it. He had like Martin Luther King, Farrakhan, Malcolm X. So he would do these blends, and I always thought it was kind of dope. So my thought was, first I was like, maybe I could read pieces of the book over music. Then I thought like, well, wait a minute, maybe I could do speeches or some sort of spoken word or motivational talk over the music. And so that's what we did. And we wanted to add more, like how do we make it a song, right? So we started working with independent artists, partnering with the producers and independent artists, and we actually crafted something that's pretty dope. But it really started out of the mindset of how can I make this project better? And that's what we came up with. So we embedded it in the book, which is a first time.
Yes.
So it's a first time. There is no books out there with a soundtrack embedded. So pledge, hit the button, click the link. This has never been done before. Outside of it being amazing content, you know, at the end of the chapter, there's a QR code, and the single that resonates with the chapter that you just read comes on, and it's all motivational and inspirational, because as being an entrepreneur my whole life, it's a roller coaster ride, and you need inspiration from any and every place you could possibly get it to keep going and push for your dreams. Dope. Any other thoughts, questions?
No, not at the moment.
You real calm today.
Me?
If anybody know Tisha, she is not calm and mellow and whispery. She's, you know, I'm the quiet one. You real laid back today.
You know, I'm not trying to drum up the bugs and the animals that are out here in the park with us today. So I figure I'd just chill and maybe they'll chill. Of course, you see us fanning and everything. They're not chill. But no, just subtle, just listening. Wanting to, you know, of course, know folks know that, you know, I've been along this journey as a partner, wife, and everything in between. But sometimes these types of spaces, when we decide to share, they are questions that I have. Even being so close and being a watcher, there are still things that I gain or nuggets I pick up on, or hearing a story again, you know, I get to digest it a little better. Other perceptions pop up for me and other questions pop up for me. So this gives me an opportunity as well to hear something I may not have heard even within the same story. So I don't want you guys to think that, you know, these questions are just, you know, things that I already know. Sometimes they are things that I'm discovering as well. And sometimes they also come from others that have asked questions, or even my thoughts of people maybe not understanding how you got to certain parts of putting this project together. So thanks for explaining what ASCAP was in granularly, right? We may have heard of the term, but may not know how it applies to music, or how it applies to us and pop. And so that was dope. But I am excited for you.
Cool.
I am excited for the project. I'm excited for you to
I'm excited for us.
Right, for us. But more importantly, when you're called to do something. If I had to add something to end this, I've been watching you be called to do something. And when you're called by, again, the Most High, or what your belief systems are, when you are genuinely still and then you are called to do something, it is a pulling on you. And I'm watching the pull. It's not negative. It's not positive. It is just what it is. No one can feel it but you. No one may be able to understand it, like you. But we all have a pulling on us, and it just depends where you go with that.
Right.
If you can hear, if you're listening. And I think, Tony, you're listening to your calling. Knowing what we know about Tony, this is definitely something that fits in his wheelhouse. I have huge gratitude to be front and center of it, a part of it, and can't wait to continue to hear these next few chapters, and push forward Pop, the project, the brand, the moment, the momentum,
the movement,
and can't do it alone, right?
We need you
alone.
We need you. Everything that we do is built on partnerships. And I even teach in one of the chapters how even your customer is your partner. So I say that to say, you guys who are supporting the early launch of the book, I look at you as partners. Like, I need you to help me get the word out about the movement of partnerships, collaboration, working together, unity, especially in a world that is so divided, here in America and abroad. And this is an opportunity to spread the opposite message out there, unity. Like, we need to work together, we can work together, and it is the only way to be is together.
There's so much negativity that that's bestowed upon us, that's in our faces, that's on our phones, that's in social media, and we fuss and we argue and we fight about it, but we want to start to put all of that energy into actions, all of that energy into being the change. We always talk about, it's always good to have a calling. Everybody gather around so we can get the mission out. And now it's time to execute. We are seeing a lot of changes that are affecting, our families, affecting us as individuals in business, in spirituality, in mentality. And if we don't get a ground footing, if we don't come together.
There she goes. She's waking up now.
If we don't do something, shut up. That's where I'm shut up. Unless you are on a path of change. I want change. Tony wants change. And the people that know us, that's in our network, the people that we want to reach, I know want change as well. We want to stop the sheep mentality and start to lead ourselves in the direction that we want to be in. Not waiting for our governments, because apparently there's other agendas that don't align. Not waiting for the person next to you or the person in front of you to move out before you move out. This is about leadership. This is about unbreakable together. This is about change and mindset. So I look forward to asking Tony to elaborate on more of the excerpts in Pop. We are elated to have you as a partner and want to continue this path that we're on. So unbreakable together, pledge, and thank you.
Thank you, and see you on the next video. We're going to dive into chapter 1 of the book. Some really good nuggets in there, and see you in a minute. Pledge button.
We only make
motivation music.
I know life is hard. Sometimes life feels even impossible. But we gotta make it through the storm. Because on the other side is freedom. It's liberation. It's empowerment. Believe in yourself. Because I believe in you. Together, we got this.
Every day is a battle. You gotta rise and shine.
Never quit.
Through the pain and struggles, you'll get what's yours in time.
Be relentless.
My heart's been on a mission. Dreams are in my sight.
You got this.
Keep pushing forward, even in the night. Keep dreaming through the storm. Keep believing when it hurts. Never stop, never fall. I know it hurts, but it's worth it. Got my eyes on the prize. Won't let darkness in my light. I'm rising from the shadows. The dark horse taking stride. There's fire in my soul. Can't give up now, no. Navigating every hurdle. My faith guiding me right. In the whispers of doubt, find my strength. Every setback's a lesson, pushing me to greater lengths. Keep dreaming through the struggle. Keep rising through the tears. Hold your head up high, despite the fears, yeah. Despite the fears, yeah. Every minute counts, don't let it slip away. Muster up my courage, I'ma lead the way.
Let me talk to you.
Tryna stay alive,
You
tryna
see,
find my way.
You gotta keep pushing. You gotta fight through the storm. You gotta walk the walk. There's no going back. Back to what? I thought you said you was coming for the throne. I don't care what we gotta do. I don't care how long it takes. I don't care about nothing. But we gotta hit the goal. I'm here cause I got something to say. I got something to do. I got somebody to be. And so do you. So if I gotta push through, if I gotta push through the storm, then you gotta push through the storm.
Every day is a battle. You gotta rise and shine.
Never quit.
Through the pain and struggles, you'll get what's yours in time.
Be relentless.
My heart's been on a mission. Dreams are in my sight.
You got this.
Keep pushing forward, even in the night. Keep dreaming through the storm. Keep believing when it hurts. Never stop, never fall. I know it hurts, but it's worth it.